distinguished dignitaries, on the dais and off the dais, my fellow speakers, hard acts to follow, participants in the Knowledge Exchange Conference. I thank the organizers for the opportunity to address this august gathering. In addressing the topic of public service delivery through technology, I propose to look at this broad agenda, beginning with the objectives and the mechanisms of PSD through technology, and then the three forms through which e-governance works: e-administration, e-services, and e-participation, with the illustrations under each. Then broadly look at the Indian e-firmament. I will focus mostly on Karnataka, where most of my work has been done. And then some challenges and questions which still dog this whole effort to bring technology into governance, and some pointers or things that we need to remember when we do so. Across successive governments, India has emerged as a pioneer, and I agree with you here, as a pioneer in building digital tools to improve program governance at both the center and the state levels, the national levels. Has all this technology helped? E-governance efforts broadly have two objectives: to strengthen government capacity and to empower citizens. And it does that in three ways: easing public service delivery, enhancing accountability, and promoting public participation. We may broadly identify three main forms of e-governance, which I call e-administration, e-services, and e-participation. E-administration improves the back-end government processes through ICT systems. E-services uses ICT for provision of public services, and e-participation enables feedback, so there is an interactive mechanism. Now, e-administration is a descriptor of government initiatives that are intended to improve its own internal functioning. Now, I would point to e-tendering or e-procurement as a significant effort to streamline public procurement processes, and this is mandatory in Karnataka. As a unified platform for all government departments, e-procurement handles end-to-end procurement process in an online environment, and this has been initiated in the year 2003 by a Karnataka cabinet decision, and it now has over 20,000 users, 200 odd government departments and organizations, over 67,000 vendors, and 35 foreign bidders. E-procurement handled over 3.3 lakh tenders valued at 3.5 lakh crores since its inception. As it holds several advantages for procurers and bidders, it has gained broad acceptability. It is also considered an important initiative to reduce corruption, avoid delay, and improve administrative efficiency. E-procurement enhances transparency and accountability of government processes, promotes competitive market-driven bidding, enables ease of access to the contractor community, provides a common environment for all types of tenders, and creates infrastructure for effective implementation of procurement policies. Now, moving on to e-services, this has found important applications in Karnataka's public distribution system. The Ahara means food in Kannada. Ahara.nic.in portal is a transparent and open database of the entire PDS system, which services over 1 crore of below poverty line beneficiaries from priority households. Further, SMS messages are effectively harnessed for user convenience and information dissemination. Almost all information, such as ration card status, ration card allotment, ration shop allotment, can be obtained through SMS. Since August 2015, every ration card holder receives a monthly message which provides her PDS allotment for the month as well as the amount that she is required to pay. This micro initiative, as I call it, has addressed the twin problems of undersupply and overpricing simultaneously. Speaking of e-participation, India's most comprehensive effort has been the MyGov portal, which enables citizenry to directly connect with the government, get recognized on a national platform, express views on matters of national interest, collaborate on key areas of development and governance, contribute to nation building by posting views on discussions, and share ideas and viewpoints with others. Now let us move from specific initiatives to take a bird's eye view of the Indian e-firmament. We see three broad trends. One, the critical role of government in creating a conducive ecosystem for e-governance. Two, the platform that this has created for the emergence of micro-targeted innovations in the private startup sector. And three, the move from electronic to a more citizen-friendly mobile governance. The state's main role, in my view, is not so much to be a player in the e-gov space as an enabler. So I have detailed here some initiatives in Karnataka that have created this enabling climate: Innovative Karnataka, iCare, eSugam, K-Swan, SecLAN, which connects the entire secretariat in one LAN, the Sachivalaya Vahini, the Karnataka Resident Data Hub, and lastly the e-office, which is an innovation which we are now trying out in the state. A similar ecosystem in the sectoral level has been created by the Food and Civil Supplies Department in the Government of Karnataka, jointly with the Government of India. This includes the establishment of electronic infrastructure for 200 odd offices and 300 odd PDS, public distribution system wholesale points, that have been computerized and interlinked to a central server maintained by the NIC. Creation of a digitized dynamic ration card database with photo, biometric and demographic details of all family members, wherein new members can be added and details of existing families can be modified at any point of time. Setting up the transparency portal with comprehensive information on all details of public distribution system. A third recent trend that we see is the graduation to the next level of the evolutionary process of e-governance. Mobile One, by offering citizen services on mobile, overcomes the limitations of e-access. It is India's first and the world's largest multi-mode mobile governance platform with a multitude of paid and free services: push, pull, payment and data capture. Working on the principle of anytime, anywhere, anyhow, it ensures availability of G2C, B2C and G2B services 24/7/365 days at any location in India on any mobile device. Mobile One is thus a unified mobile platform for delivery of citizen services of both information of both the government and the private sector through an open platform, and it can accept any service and therefore it is future-proof. As a platform integrated across all telecom operators, it works on the concept of delivering its services through the one URL, one shortcode and one app concept, so that the citizen can avail all the services under one access point. As of now, 50 plus departments and 650 services, which include public utilities payment, payment of taxes, have all come under the Mobile One platform. Now, an e-friendly ecosystem, the creation of which is the major responsibility of the government, encourages green shoots of social entrepreneurship using e-applications. Among the innovations by non-state actors, we may mention Trinetra, which is used in medicine for diagnosis of visual health, CardioTrack for cardiac analysis, and NanoPix, which is largely used in agriculture. All these reach those parts of Karnataka where larger technology companies have so far failed or hesitated to reach. However, in the midst of all this hyperactivity and self-congratulation, some questions worry me. I would place them before you as food for thought. Should reform, especially technologically sophisticated reform, be mandated, or should it be allowed to evolve gradually? As of now, e-governance execution progresses more by fiat than by acceptance and training. Without mindfulness about the preconditions and antecedents necessary before an e-migration exercise, we risk underplaying the pain of the e-illiterate and ignore security questions. As the focus is disproportionately more on e-services and e-administration rather than e-participation, inequities become pervasive if e-islands exist in a laggard ecosystem. Leveraging technology platforms for effective program delivery poses unique challenges. For citizens, the use of tech-savvy tools can be alienating and intimidating. Using technology requires learning new ways to make demands and to withdraw benefits, and new norms and modes of local behavior. Tech optimists suggest that problems faced by local governments and citizens in using technology, which manifest in reports of delays and exclusion due to poor infrastructure and connectivity, are teething pains, side effects of the transition to digital ways of interacting with the government. Others fear that the side effect could become the outcome, seeing the rapid deployment of new technologies as attacks on past improvements in delivery and giving rise to new forms of corruption. First, technology must be seen as a tool and not a solution in itself. We need to be clear-eyed about what problem we expect that the particular technology would solve and consistently assess the efficacy of the technology based on those original objectives. Solutions such as Aadhaar or DBTs are touted as game changers for Indian social protection. While biometrically authenticated DBTs can verify whether a certain person received a certain amount with maximum accuracy and minimum leakage, these tools cannot tell us whether the person receiving the benefit was most in need of it. Aadhaar is proof of identity, not eligibility or priority. While biometrically authenticated DBTs can verify if a certain person received it, it cannot actually decide whether he was most in need of it. Second, while technology is seen as a tool to enhance state capability, the effective use of technology requires a far more capable state. In social protection, a core motivation underpinning many tech-based reforms is the idea of removing the human interface from the delivery landscape by making the process as automated as possible. This idea is rooted in how Indian policy making often casts the last mile carders as apathetic, powerful corrupt entities who barely show up to work, are indifferent to the needs of citizens, dispense patronage, and use power for personal gain. Yet, the experience with various IT innovations suggests that the skill sets, capabilities, and size of the local bureaucracy is critical to ensuring benefit systems are inclusive, timely, and citizen-friendly. And the presence of a local bureaucracy is important. You can talk to a village accountant. He is part of the rural landscape. To have him there